Hey guys, Kasus here and welcome to my Paladin guide. I've been raiding for over a year now as a Protection Paladin and was lucky to get Thunder Fury, which was a great boost. I want to give you an insight into the strengths and weaknesses of the Paladin, how to play it, and hopefully I can show you some useful things. Before we start the video, I would like to invite you to my Twitch channel. I will stream there regularly in the future and hope you enjoy. So let's start with the strengths and weaknesses of the Paladin. Obviously, the biggest advantage of a Paladin is the amount of AoE threat. With Holy Shield, Consecration, Retribution Aura or Blessing of Sanctuary, you generate tons of aggro and you can't lose it. The second point is, it also a very strong threat boss generation. With Greater Blessing of Kings you can create a lot of threat. When you spam the whole fight you can't lose aggro either. The third point is a powerful raid buff with Blessing of Sanctuary. It's a very good utility buff that helps the raid. The downside of the Paladin is obviously the missing taunt, which is needed for certain fights. Using mana, which limits spells usage compared to other tanks, is also a downside, but with mana potions or runes you can help yourself. Let us talk about the talent trees. First we start with the Holy Tree. We have two options, Divine Strength and Divine Intellect. I prefer Divine Intellect because I'm able to cast more Blessing of Kings, Consecration or Holy Shield. Works as well and harmonizes very well with the AQ40 set. For me I go 5 points in Intellect. In the next row we do have Spiritual Focus and Improved Seal of Righteousness. I put all 5 points in Seal of Righteousness. This talent does not scale with Power, but still a 15% base damage is very good, and Spiritual Focus we don't need it. The last one is Consecration, the last point in Holy, our maximum AoE threat generator. In raid, especially in boss fights, I use rank 5 at the pool and only use rank 1 afterwards. Next we go to the protection tree. So we have two choices. First of all, I'll pick Redoubt. Even when I prefer to play with Devotion Aura and Raid, I'm not really a fan to put 5 points in it. I pick Redoubt. 30% block chance is really good, especially because you won't go for 440 defense as a Broad Paladin. Overall it harmonizes very well with Reckoning and with Holy Shield, so it's a very good talent to use. The next one is Precision. 3% hit chance is awesome since we lack of hit chance in total. For me, Guardian's Favor is a good talent for PvP, but not as good in PvE, so I won't pick it. The next one is Toughness. 5 points increase armor value from items by 10%. We need as much armor as possible. Currently I'm running with 10k armor, which reduces the damage by 65%. Next one is Blessing of Kings. It's essential for our threat generation. Greater Blessing of King costs only 150 mana and should be buffed on the class with the most players in. Improved Righteousness Fury is also a must-have talent for Protection Paladin. Increases the amount of threat generation by all spells by 15%, so it's a must-have talent for Greater King spam. The next one is Shield Specialization. Increases the amount of damage absorbed by your shield by 30%. The more damage we absorb, the better for us and better for the healer. I won't pick Anticipation. Increases defense skill by 2. If you put 5 points it's 10, but then you won't have much defense. Next one is Blessing of Sanctuary. Reduces damage dealt from all sources by 24 and deals damage when blocked. Does not scale with spell power, but still a very good talent. In raid you are able to stack Greater Blessing and a Small Blessing. Next one is Reckoning. As mentioned before, with Redoubt, Paladins do not want to go to get 440 defense. For me Reckoning is good since it always allowed me to get an extra hit when I get critted. More hits are more damage and more aggro, simple as that. One-hand weapon specialization increases the damage you deal with one-handed melee weapons by 10%, a nice to have talent for more damage and more threat. The last one is Holy Shield, our best damage reduction spell, which gives us a 30% block chance for 10 seconds and deals holy damage. Together with Retard proc you will have 65% block chance baseline for 10 seconds or 4 blocks. In order to maximize the talent to the most, we need as much block chance as possible. We want to block to prevent damage and cause damage the same time for aggro. Also, each block with Holy Shield causes 20% additional threat. I always use rank 1 until I got critted and got Retard proc, then I will use rank 3 for max threat. In the Retribution tree we go for Benediction. 15% lower mana cost for our Judgment and Seal spells are pretty good, and for me Improved Blessing of Might is not very necessary because a lot of Retribution Paladin will pick it, so we go for Benediction. In the second row you can choose between Judgment and Deflection. It depends on the playstyle, and 2 points in Judgment is fine too. But personally I like all 3 points in Deflection for maximum mitigation, and I always go for that, but it's up to you. The following order should give a rough insight. Armor is our primary source of physical damage reduction when struck, so get at least 9k for raids and about 7k for dungeons. The next point is dodge, block and parry. Improves our damage mitigation from oncoming physical attacks. And crushable by raid boss is at 102.4% combined with parry, dodge and block. So with Holy Shield and Retard you already have 65% for 10 seconds or 4 blocks. You should get a high block chance, it will prevent more damage and causes damage with Blessing of Sanctuary and Holy Shield. The next point is stamina. You need at least 5k HP unbuffed in raid. In dungeons it's like about 4k are enough, but try to get to 4.5 to 5k unbuffed. The next one is spell damage. You should aim for about 200 plus spell damage. Seal of Righteousness rank 3 scales better with spell damage as rank 8. In that case you are able to play more mana efficiently, and so it's easier for you. Next point is intelligence. Since we are based on mana, we do not need intellect. Holy Shield and Consecration requires mana, and a paladin without mana is a very sad paladin. You should aim for about 4k mana unbuffed in raids, so you are able to use your spells. The next one in my list is Agility. Increases our dodge chance and give us more crit chance for more threat. For me, I personally like Agility because, as I said, it increases our dodge chance and give us more crit chance. The next one is Defense. Reduces the chance of being hit critically. I do not recommend to go for defense cap 440, as you will end up in giving other stats. In dungeons you should go for 340 to 360 defense, in raids 360 till 380 are fine. I'm running myself with 360 defense currently. Our healers do fine, so I run with 360. If you are new to a level 60 paladin, you should go for the Scholman set, a great starter gear which gives you some stamina, defense and MP5. I would recommend that you mix your defense gear with some spell damage and intellect gear. You should test out with how much defense and spell damage you find to play, depending on your game style and healers and so on. Later on you should get at least the 5 set bonus from tier 2. 47 spell power is very good to have, and some good weapons to begin with are Flurry Axe, Kelsera or Bloodlord's Defender from Sul'Gurub. Locomir is also a great weapon for prot paladins with massive stats and spell damage. If you can get a hand on Thunder Fury, go for it. The proc is insane, Seal of Righteousness will proc it again, and threat will increase a lot. As you can see here, I have the full set from AQ40, the neck from BWL, the cloak from Sul'Gurub with 1% block chance, it's all very good, well needed as paladin, tier 2 wrist, Fundy Fury with plus 30 spell damage. Drill Borer Disc, in total 4% block chance. Scarab Blood is really good, 5% block chance. Trinket from Onyxia. The Ring from Sulgurub, another 2% block chance. The Ring from Veclor, some agility for some dodge, plus 9 defense. The boots and the pants from AQ40, tier 2 belt, and the hands with 9 defense and 33 agility. As you can see, I'm running with 18.1 dodge, 11.4 parry and 19% 4-point block chance. On the next point I want to talk about is Enchants. On weapons you have 3 options: 30 spell damage, 15 agility or 22 intellect. I recommend 30 spell damage to hit easier at least 200 spell damage. 15 agility is also a good option for more damage mitigation. 22 intellect is for more mana, but I wouldn't recommend it. On shield you should get 2% block, perfect for Holy Shield, Blessing of Sanctuary for more damage and mitigation. On helmet and legs you have 3 options as well. The Sulgurub enchant is what I recommend. It adds 10 stamina, 7 defense for more mitigation and 24 healing, which are not important for us, but it's hard to get since a lot of players in Sulgurub will roll for it. Arcanum of Protection adds 1% dodge, equals more mitigation. Easier to get and a great enchant to begin with. Lesser Arcanum of Constitution adds 100 hit point, which is pretty decent and also a great enchant to begin with. For shoulders you should get Sandala Signet of Mojo. It adds 18 spell damage and is very good. The next one is chest. You should get greater stats or major health. It depends a little bit. I prefer major health, but it's up to you. For gloves you can choose between superior agility and threat. Both are pretty decent. I choose 15 agility for more crit and more dodge chance. With Blessing Spam I don't really have any troubles with threat, but both enchants are very good, so that's up to you again. On wrists I recommend superior stamina. It adds 9 stamina to your wrists. Alternative, you can enchant deflection for plus 3 defense. For boots you can choose between greater stamina and greater agility. I personally run with stamina to hit 5k unpuffed HP in raids. Yo guys, thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. If so, leave a comment, give me a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe. See you in the next video.